And hello, class. We are officially in week number 12. This is week 12 of our course. And as you can see, as we've already started out the course, this is a vital week, a very important week. We have a lot of tasks that we have to complete throughout the course of the week. And of course, as you know, we're winding down the semester. As a matter of fact, after we are done with this week, we only have 3 more weeks left in the semester before our spring 2022 semester will be over. So, as you've already probably looked into the content, some of you have already done so. Some of you are just getting acclimated to what we're doing in week number 12. Once again, it's vital, it's important, and not to sound redundant, but what I'm going to do within this video discussion is that I'm going to go over the points that you need to have covered within section 3 of your final paper. So, first thing you're going to do this week, and there's no PowerPoint presentation as I normally have done every week. I have put together a PowerPoint presentation that's centered around the chapter content. Made the decision not to actually do a PowerPoint this week. So if you've already noticed, I did not give you a PowerPoint that gives main theories, terms, and definitions. However, though, we happen to be in week number, I believe, for the chapter, it would be week number, it's chapter 12, chapter 10, I'm sorry. Chapter 10 would be our content that we're actually covering for the weekend. Disregard this. I was just actually kind of looking back in the previous week to make sure that we were on the exact chapter, but chapter 10 is going to be the chapter content that you need to read on regarding terms, definitions, and theories that we happen to be covering throughout the course of this week. So, we're talking about wine and alcoholic beverages. And what I wanted to do with our discussion assignment activities, that's the first thing that I'm going to do. I kind of want to make the assignments a little unique, okay? Maybe a little enlightening, all right? That it's not the practicality of boredom here, but we're going to kind of talk about within our discussion assignment activities different types of alcoholic beverages and exactly what to serve with what when it comes to cuisines. And I'm actually covering the specifics of discussion question assignment number 1 if you look at that. So I found a website called restaurantwine.com. This is what I want everybody to do for the first discussion question assignment. You're going to click on this website and you're going to go to the About tab. There's an About tab on the website, and you're going to select recommended wines. Now, based on the cuisine that you're going to be serving and specializing as a restaurant manager, remember going back to your final paper, what type of cuisine did you select? Is it Italian? Is it Mexican? Is it seafood? What are you going to be serving within your facility? I want you to select 3 types of wine off of that list and explain why you would serve those wines. So that's what I'm looking for in discussion question assignment number 1. Give me about a 1 paragraph response for all these discussion question assignments as you've been doing every week throughout the course of the semester. Discussion question assignment number 2. Now, page 220 of your textbook in chapter 10, what you're going to do is there's a question about some popular types of beer, whether it's sold in bottles, cans, or kegs. What do people actually prefer? So the question is, which serving form do you think that most beer drinkers prefer and why? So think about and put yourself in a position as being a bartender, or even, okay, your experience if you happen to patron different bars. If you like to go bar hopping, I know a lot of you young folks like to do that. Think about that. Okay, so either or, you can put yourself in a position of a bartender or a mixologist. All right, that would be kind of a more proper term to give to a bartender. Or guess what? Again, as you go to different bars, as you visit and frequent different bars, what do you think that most beer drinkers prefer and why? Give me a 1 paragraph response pertaining to that. Okay, and that will be discussion question assignment number 2. So Discussion question assignment 1 is going to be due Wednesday at midnight. That would be tomorrow at midnight. You're going to get discussion question assignment number 1 done. And discussion question assignment number 2 and 3 are going to be due Friday. That would be this Friday at midnight. So let's go into discussion question assignment number 3. All right. And I kind of wanted to kind of stretch the boundaries a little bit. So, two things that I want you to do. Okay. I came up with a list here. All right. There's 4 hard liquors. All right. That would be served in most restaurant establishments. As you can see, it's vodka, rum, gin, or tequila. Now, I want you to either go to a liquor store and I want you to price each of these hard liquors. It doesn't matter what brand it is, okay? Get a brand of vodka and price it. Get a brand of rum and price it. And do the same thing for gin as well as tequila. And it can be different brands. It doesn't matter of the different hard liquors. Now, I want you to select the largest bottle because I want you to put yourself in a position of a restaurant manager. And you're ordering a case of liquor to come to your establishment so that you can break it down into individual servings and sell it within your restaurant facility. That is, if you're going to carry a liquor license to be able to sell alcohol. So I want everybody to do this. You're going to order a total of 10 bottles. Okay. Kind of came up with this of each liquor from a distributor. And that would be considered to be a case. Okay. It could be more, but I'm just creating this. Okay. This is a scenario that I created. What I want everyone to do is based on the price of that bottle. So as you pick it up, for example, if a bottle of vodka costs $15, okay, what would be the total cost of each of the 4 liquors? So multiply, for example, if you get a $15 bottle of vodka, you're going to multiply that by 10. If you get an $18 bottle of tequila, you're going to multiply that by 10. And then I want you to come up with the total cost, okay, per case for each of the 4 liquors. And then I kind of want you to kind of, this is going to follow up into something. And really, I think it would be part 2 to this scenario. But I kind of want you to consider exactly, okay, um, for example, if you were to buy a case of liquor from a distributor, um, what would be the total cost, for example, that you would probably be paying for a total case to be sent to you? Now, I want everyone to understand and realize something regarding this. Okay, if you cannot attend a liquor store, look up the bottles and prices online. So you can kind of say this is kind of a fun assignment. All right, give me the types of liquor, the brand, okay, and then just kind of give me what the total cost would be per case of each. So keep that in mind. Again, if you cannot attend the liquor store, make sure that you can do this assignment. Go online to a liquor website. All right, that could probably be easier method for everyone. And look up the different prices of each of these hard liquors. Okay? So that would be assignment number 3. And again, assignment number 2 and 3 are going to be due again. That would be Friday at midnight. Now, okay, we have a second quiz that we're going to be taking here within the class based on chapters 7, 8, and 9. As you know, the midterm was covering chapters 1 and 6, but chapters 7, 8, and 9, okay, I created a 9-question quiz worth 2.5 points total. The quiz, make sure you take this by Saturday. That would be this Saturday at midnight. Okay, make sure that you take the quiz. This Saturday at midnight would be the deadline date. And then the final assignment that you would have, I got to go up here, would be section 3 of the final paper. You would upload section 3 right here. This is a Dropbox under your week 12 content. And again, I'm going to go back to the instructions. Remember now, we're continuing to write on the restaurant establishment that you will be managing. Section 3, you're going to talk about how you're going to plan and design your menus. You're going to talk about safety measures, not only in the kitchen, but as well as the dining area. You're going to discuss recipes. You're going to discuss how you're going to use quality control in those recipes. Also, give me an example of recipe yielding. Now, remember, you know what yielding is. It's the final outcome of a product. So when you take away the trim, the fat, the shrubs, whatever it may be, it could be the trim and fat off of meat, it could be the shrubs from vegetables. What is your final yield? What do you have left for the remaining product? Okay, so give some examples of that. And then also discuss your purchasing strategies. All right, when it comes to bulk and wholesale purchasing. So you're going to focus on what you're going to keep in inventory as well. And again, this is kind of centered about within chapters 5, 6, and 7 of your textbook. Keep that in mind. You're going to talk about dry storage. You're going to talk about freezer storage. You're going to talk about refrigerator storage. Those are the things, okay, that I'm looking for when you discuss inventory management. Okay, this is going to be due on Sunday at midnight. Section 3 of your final paper, submit it Sunday at midnight. That's going to be the due date. And again, 600 and 800 words, or 6 to 800, and I do look for APA format. We're coming down to the end, class, because you only have one more section to write on your final paper here, all right, before it's all put together. So I'm hoping that everybody's saving their sections and you're compiling and putting your paper together. What I've noticed is that some of the class, some of the students is actually doing that. It's not necessary for you to do that right now at the very minute. If you want to submit section 3 only, that's fine. But however, if you submit sections 1, 2, and 3 compiled together, that's fine as well. All right, just make sure that you're using titles per APA format. Okay, and that there's a break off for each section. So once again, that's due Sunday at midnight. Okay, so that's our agenda for this week. It may seem like a lot in terms of what needs to be due. I expect for everybody that when you log into D2L, is that you go right to the news feed to the announcements. Everything that you need to know is right within the announcements here. And I happen to give the due dates, but then also the calendar is giving the due dates as well of your major assignments. And also when the week ends, as well as the week begins, if you look at the calendar on D2L here on our learning management site. Once again, class, my hours of availability here as I'm going to wrap up this video, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, 5:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standing Time. Thursdays and Fridays, I'm available from 4 to 8 Eastern Standing Time. And on Saturdays, 5:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standing Time. This is your Professor Javier Black officially signing off. I am here to help out with your questions and concerns, and any assistance that you may need. Take care and have a great week.